Yeah, we got up ahead the Parliament buildings, where the grand leader, the grand communist leader of the country, holds forth. Chairman Trudeau of the Fidel Castro's son, of course. No, I think that's just a rumor. I don't think he's actually Castro's son. In fact, there were rumors actually that Trudeau's mom got around a little bit with the Rolling Stones. I'm not sure how much legitimacy there is to that, but apparently she was a bit of a party girl in the 60s and 70s, and a bit of a groupie, from what I heard, but I don't know. Who can say what's real and what's not with regards to that type of thing, right? Wouldn't surprise me though if she, you know, had a little fling with Keith Richards or one of those, Mick Jagger. You never know. Although I think if he was Mick Jagger's son, he'd be a little bit uglier, right? Or Keith Richards' son. Yeah, you'd see a little bit more of a facial resemblance there to Horse if he were the son of one of those two. But yeah. Yes, indeed. Beautiful sunny day here in Quebec. And it's nice, man. It's nice. You can walk down the street without 70 police cars pulling up alongside you here. That's kind of nice to be able to do that, I gotta say. Everything is better here, I gotta say. Like, when you come from Toronto to a place like this, you realize how much better everything is here. You feel better. You wake up in the morning, you breathe in the nice air here, and you're happy, right? You go to Toronto and you just, you know, you might as well just shove your head into a toilet seat. Shove your head into the toilet every day when you live there, right? That's how much worse it is there. Like, you can't imagine how bad it is there compared to here. So this is beautiful. You can walk around without 10 million people swarming you here. And you can look at the scenery. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Is that a siren here? Oh, yeah. Of course. See? Oh, yeah. Same thing. It had been quiet up until then, but yeah, same thing there. Look at this. So I've just come up, just heading to the grocery store here in Quebec, and you see who's up ahead here. See who showed up with precise timing. Earlier this morning there was a fire truck as well, so see them there? Turning? Very obvious, right? And here, when they do these things, as I said before, it stands out a lot more because there's less people around. So it's very obvious. And see, he's going to turn there, and he's probably going to come back past me here, or not, maybe. But yeah, you can see, very obvious, right? So he's turning into the plaza there. They're clearly given instructions to do that, and that's because I've been placed on a communist watch list and falsely labeled as a terrorist just for having opinions that these psychopaths don't approve of, our government don't approve of. And the people who, well, basically the people who pull the strings for our puppet government, they don't approve of it. Just out across the street here, and you can see who's pulled up right here, right where I have arrived. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way actually. You can see the timing and how accurate this is here. And those are the Quebec police on this side here. So, for people who don't know, what they do is place people who they see as dissidents on watch lists, and from there going forward, there's a preliminary phase of this psychological operation, and that preliminary phase involves getting to know the personality of the target and what ticks them off, what makes them tick, you know, how they will react in certain stressful situations, what they will do. That's the preliminary phase. And during that phase, the activities are a lot more intermittent. Like for me, that preliminary phase, I believe, I could be wrong. Now, I don't know for sure, because with regards to what, only the people running the operation know when they started it with me. But I started, when I look back, I think it started around maybe late 2017, early 2018. But those were parts of the preliminary phases, and the things were very intermittent. There'd be a lot of weird things with people trying to just start conflict for no reason. And they were doing that because the handlers would have them do that because they want to see how I would react. And once they've gained enough insight into how the target will react in some of these situations, then they move ahead and try and make it a bit more obvious. And because there reaches a point where they want the target to know. Because obviously the reason for that is because it gives them a sense of power over the target. If the target knows this is going on. So the preliminary phases involve the people who run the program attempting to gain insight into what makes the target tick. And looking back to about late 2017, early 2018, I can just recall a lot of weird incidents that I thought were just natural at the time, had just happened naturally, but in hindsight I can see they were starting the preliminary stages. And I think, I mean, how they choose the people that are put into the program varies. Some of them I think are just random, that they'll put in based upon certain things that they determine would make the person a good target. Others could be people who've done something, spoken out against some sort of corruption. And in many cases, what they did too, we now understand, is they created social media so that they could gain insight into people's minds, into our opinions, and so that they could figure out who the people were with views that they may consider dissident views, right? Because people express their views on social media, and it's a good way of them finding out. So that's what it was created for. It wasn't created like all of these things that they create and try and deceive people into thinking is for something positive. That's what it was really created for. Yeah, it was created so that they could gain insight into the minds of the people who they would potentially target, and so that they could figure out who were the ones who were looking into things that may be considered quote-unquote conspiracy oriented and things of that nature, or people who just take views that may not be, that may be like anti-establishment. Could be situations where people who just, I mean, I've seen videos with people putting out information. I've seen videos with people putting out, it was a really good one, I can't remember who put it up, but it shows various things that could get you put on this list. And some of them could be, you know, disagreeing with the continual promotion of the homosexual agenda. That could be one thing. Having expressed dissident views about the people who control the finances, things of that nature. Having expressed views that would be against communism. That's another thing. Now, there's some people you're going to get all of these for, right? Who meet the criteria. Two more bikers and the guy with that military camouflage on there again. So they got that here too. They're told to wear it. There's no question about that. When you see how the patterns with that, how consistent, how many people are wearing it, how consistently people are wearing it. I mean, yeah. So there can be many different reasons, and I don't know what the reason was for me. I can't say for sure. It could be a variety of those things. I mean, the weird thing is, like, I'm not really even much of a political person, to be honest with you. Now, I used to believe a little bit in the politics and whatnot, but when you realize it's all fake and they're all actors and it's just all deceit, that kind of changes your perspective on a lot of things. And when you realize that the politicians are all puppets, and that they're basically there to be used as human shields to insulate the real criminals who are controlling things. So when you realize that, you know, yeah, it really changes your perspective. you see the whole political sham for what it is, the left and right, which were created to divide and conquer people, to ensure that there is constant bickering and conflict, and much of that is manufactured as well. The whole left-right thing. They fund these ridiculous groups on the left and on the right, and then they push them together in these silly theatrical acting skits with like Antifa fighting with these idiots, the Proud Boys or whoever. It's all fake. The organizations all work together, just so you know. They're on the same side. It's scripted and fake, and it's done to create constant conflict within the population, so that there can be no unification against these tyrants who run things. And so they create all this ridiculous political turmoil. And yeah, he's got his camouflage on there, subservient to the communist state, showing his loyalty there by wearing what he's told to wear, what he's been told to wear. See, red shirt as well. Oh, we got lots of red shirts here. We got that sensitization going for him today with the red. But yeah, seeing the camouflage, we are seeing the camouflage here. I'm noticing it more just in like the central downtown areas, not nearly so much in the other areas or in Quebec. And also, there's a lot less people wearing masks here outside. A lot less, I notice. But there are a few more. There seems to be a few more doing it in Ottawa than in Quebec. There's very few in Quebec wearing them. Stepped outside here, and you can see we've got something fake going on down there. Oh yeah, got the ambulance parked right up on the street there, on the sidewalk rather. Yeah. Just as I step outside, they had it prepared there. I think that's what it is. Let's see. Yeah, the timing there. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, so they knew I was going to be coming out here. That's the ambulance there. Something fake set up. There we go. Oh, there they go. Oh, they're leaving, right? See? Something fake and staged there to let the target know he's on watch, right? And there's, right at the intersection, police vehicle there. Right on time. And you can hear that siren. The siren isn't nearly as shrill here with their vehicles here, though, as the ones in Toronto there. You can hear that. I just came out of the store there, and the siren goes off. Yeah, they're sending somebody here. Oh yeah, paramedics there, see? The siren on as soon as I come outside from the store there. They're heading down, yeah, that direction there. Flawless timing though, right just as I exited the store.